The 30-day push-up challenge. We're not doing that one. The 30-day push-up challenge. How hard is it? How many should you do every day? Will it get you jacked? And most importantly, do I recommend it for you or not? All these questions and more will be answered in this video, where I discuss the routine and results of my 30-day push-up challenge, in which the last day I do 700 reps of push-ups. So stick around if you want to see exactly how I did that. And without further ado, let's get after it. For those of you who don't know, my name is Dylan Barr. And besides being honest, fair, and having semi-decent hair, I'm just a guy who likes challenging myself and learning new things. I want to take whatever I learn and share it with you. Yes, you specifically. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, maybe subscribe below. But back to the video. Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen a plethora of 30-day challenge push-up videos, anywhere ranging from that's a total scam and you shouldn't do it, to showing somebody getting absolutely jacked from it. Not 100% sure where the Apex abs came from, but good on you, kid. But instead of taking their word for it, I decided to try it myself. And here we are. However, I didn't want to just do 100 push-ups a day, snap a before and after picture, and call it good. I wanted to be a little bit more scientific, if you will. Science! So I decided to do some various pre and post tests to see if I can measure any improvements from before and after. Obviously, that's what pre and post test means. For the first one I did the max amount of push-ups I could do in 1 minute, which I recorded 50 reps. For the next one I did the bring Sally up challenge to see how long I'd be able to last, and I lasted 91 seconds. To test my strength, I decided to do max reps of 225 bench press, in which I got 6 reps. And then I also measured my bicep size at 13 inches and my chest size, which measured at 41 inches. And my weight was 173 pounds. And of course, here are the inevitable before pictures. Once the pre-tests were complete, it was time to start the challenge. But let me ask you something real quick. Has it ever been a dream of yours to watch somebody do push-ups while they're also giving a voiceover of explaining how they did the routine of those push-ups? Because if so, your dream's about to come true. And for that, all I ask is that you ever so slightly gently tap the like button and maybe the subscribe button too. Thank you. As the footage rolls here, I'll explain how I organize my routine and my philosophy behind doing so. First off, it's worth noting that I did not change up my diet whatsoever during the entire 30 days, as well as I did not do any upper body or lower body exercises during it either. The main thing that I wanted to implement into this push-up challenge that makes it a little bit different than the others is the idea of progressive overload, which is the gradual increase of stress placed upon the body during exercise training. It has 3 components to it: increasing intensity, volume, and frequency. And I did intensity and volume. I did not increase my frequency. For intensity, I did a couple different variations of push-ups: regular, slow, as well as band-resisted push-ups. And for volume, I increased the total number of push-ups by 30 each day. If you are interested to know exactly how I went about doing this and my exact routine every single day, check the link in the description for the Excel document, where it has all the further details for you if you want that. The last little wrinkle is that I actually did not do push-ups every single day. And the reason is because I wanted to give my body proper rest and recovery in order to get the best results that I possibly could. Let me know in the comments if you disagree or agree with me and your reason why. I'm curious to know. Now that the challenge was complete, it was time to perform the post-test results. Was it weird? Ah, well, we'll keep it in there. For push-ups in 1 minute, I went from 50 reps in the pre-test to 61 reps in the post-test, which is a 22% increase. For the Bring Sally Up challenge, I went from 91 seconds to lasting 128 seconds in the post-test, which is a 41% increase. Real quick, after this video is over, I want you to try these 2 at home and let me know what you got. The Bring Sally Up challenge is especially difficult. To test my strength improvement, I went from 6 reps of 225 bench press to 7, which is a 17% increase. Now, my measurements for my bicep did not go up very much. It went from 13 inches to 13.5, only a 4% increase. And my chest went from 41 inches to 42, only a 2% increase. And the same thing with my weight. I only went from 173 to 177, only a 2% increase. And of course, here are the inevitable before and after pictures. As you can see, not an unbelievable improvement, but there was definitely some lean muscle built during it. Now to answer those questions that I laid out in the beginning there. Number one, how hard is it? Well, it's like anything else in life. It's as hard as you want to make it. With implementing the idea of progressive overload, every single day that I did push-ups was extremely difficult. So yes, it's hard. Number three, how many should you do every day? Kind of depends on where you're at and your overall fitness level, but I would recommend definitely implementing the idea of progressive overload. And just remember, if it's ever easy, you're probably doing it wrong. Make sure you push yourself, make sure it's hard. You want it to be a workout, you want it to be difficult. It is a challenge, after all. Letter C, will it make you jacked? As you just saw in the pre and post test pictures, I'll flash them up here again, it didn't really make me jacked. Maybe it'll make you jacked, maybe everybody's different, but I'll explain why in a second. I don't think it's the best thing for if you want to get jacked. Number four, do I recommend it for you or not? I hate to say it, but yes and no. Yes, if you simply want to get better at push-ups and you want to increase your overall muscle endurance. I'd also recommend it if maybe you don't have tons of time and you want to start your fitness journey with something simple and attainable. I would recommend it for that. And if you like a good old challenge, this is definitely a challenge. It's definitely difficult. Now, I would not recommend the 30-day push-up challenge for those of you who fall into the following. As I alluded to earlier, if you want to get jacked or swole, probably not the best thing for you. And it's because traditionally, to do that, you need to do high weight, low rep exercises. And for most of us, push-ups is not that. So if you want to get jacked, don't do it. And number two, if you want to increase your strength, this is not it for you. There's a lot of other exercises that'll do a much better job with this. And for example, Usain Bolt, when he trains for the 100-meter dash, probably doesn't run a mile every day. Probably runs sprints. So you want to get stronger, do things that require a lot more strength than a push-up. For example, maybe lifting a chair over your head and throwing it across your room. There you have it, guys. That is the routine results of my 30-day push-up challenge. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Were you surprised at my results? Have you tried it before? Are you going to? And let me know what other fitness challenges or lifestyle challenges you would like to see me do in the future. You can also DM me on Instagram, where I'll put maybe my @ down here. But thank you for watching. As always, please consider subscribing. I'm going to post some more videos up here in the future, including a 30-day yoga challenge where I do yoga. And I'm also going to post some video series for something known as the Kaizen method and how it can apply to your life as well as fitness. So if you're interested in these sort of things, please consider subscribing down here. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, don't ever talk yourself out of being kind to somebody else. Be kind, everybody.